Hey YouTube! So, I've got this in where I just needed the wiring fixed for my pal James. It's his nephew's. It's a Kramer Assault Plus. Serial number starts with 13, so probably 2013. Made in Indonesia, it says on it. So, it kind of looks like it's like an ESP LTD type thing. Actually, it's quite dark. I wonder, can I just... maybe a bit better. Yeah, so... so it's a sort of metal Les Paul. Kind of surprised it doesn't have EMG pickups in it. Kind of looks like the sort of guitar I would expect to have EMG pickups. Volume and a tone, 3-way switch. This one has a push-pull pop, which is a neck coil split, which it's wired up funny. It does do the job, but it's not. I've never seen a coil split wired up this way before. It kind of disconnects and then It's a weird one. It works though. There's not one way of doing it. Same way like your tone controls and your volume controls. There are different ways of doing it, where you get the same result from using the same parts and the same wires. It's missing a back plate. The thing that's I don't like most about this is it's not my guitar, so I haven't done it. But the guy's a drummer and he's put bits of paper with the chord numbers written on it, and it's like this was pure Mankey, so it'd be before the plate thing, but it's just a horrible feeling. It's like old sticking plastery feel. It's like, oh. So I'll be washing my hands immediately after this video. It just feels absolutely rank. If it's your guitar and you're watching it, get some lighter fluid, right, and then take the sticker off, because it's horrid. I don't want to take it off because it's not my guitar. It would be the first thing I would have done if this was mine though. That would be coming off and it would be getting clean, so it's just you can feel it. It's like, ooh, yeah. So it's a metal guitar, more so because he wanted it tuned to drop C sharp. So it's basically you drop the whole guitar down to like half a step. So instead of being in E, it's in D sharp, and then you do a drop D on it, so it's a drop C sharp. I never play with drop D or drop C sharp, so I've selected one of the banks on my wee drum pedal. It's a Moore drummer pedal. There's a bank called Metal, which I've never used before. So I'm basically going to stomp on that. I don't really have any metal pedals. I've got my twinote fuzz pedal. I'll put that on and I'll see what happens, really. Guitar wise, set neck. That's possibly an ebony fingerboard. Cool fret markings. It's got a Floyd Rose, but I don't have the arm for it. I've set it up for C sharp. I assume he's got the arm. I do have an arm, but it doesn't really fit very well, and so I haven't put the locking things on because I'm not using the tremolo. Nice white colour, very Metallica-y looking to my eyes. It's really not my thing, and being in a funny tuning as well is going to make it interesting. It's always good to kind of go outside your comfort zone a wee bit as well. I kind of didn't do that badly with the 8-string the other day. I'm still going to have another shot of that. I'm going to have to buy strings for it. The ones that are on it are years old. So this is... so I'm using my wee laney through that pedal, through that cabinet, and yeah. I suppose before I do that I could give you some sounds, but I mean it's not really... It's meant to have distortion on. So here's the... bridge pickup, clean. It's got 12s on it, so it's quite rugged-duggy. Neck pickup. Can't explain how horrible it is having these stickers in the back of the neck. I'm kind of trying to play without touching the stickers, which is hampering me further. And then this is a coil split for the neck pickup. It's actually quite... I'd imagine that's for the quiet bit. I'd assume metal does that. You put a quiet bit so the heavier bit's heavier. Black Sabbath used to do it all the time. It's both on. But this in single and this in humbucker. I would have, if it was mine, I would probably have wired it so it was a dual coil split, so it split both of them, but I'm not going to alter it because it's probably meant to be this way. And then both humbuckers. And that's enough for the clean. Go for the... I'm just going to sort of play what I remember a lot of the band sounding it down like, sort of. Try to find a riff that I can solo over, I'm just not going to be able to. Pepper Prince. I can't play this sort of music. I'm sorry. I don't know. I'm sure I was getting riffs that were all right earlier on. I can't remember what I was doing. I'll just cut this as a relatively short video. The guitar's very nice. It's fine. It's I don't think it's a cheapie. It doesn't feel like it. It's really put me off the stickers on the back of the neck. I know I keep complaining about them, but yuck. And also a funny tuning. It's I don't know. It depends what it is you're trying to do. I should probably be trying to play baby metal on it, because I'm sure that might open up some avenues in there. But in some ways, I would rather have the 7-string or the 8-string, so that I've still got like a normal guitar to go to. But even then, like try to play that sort of riffs, assuming that was sort of metally riffy type things. I really don't know how you play solos over that. I kind of wish I brought the wah-wah pedal through so I could just go whoa, whoa, or maybe if I had actually put the Floyd Rose arm on, would it maybe made it a bit different? Yeah. So Kramer Assault, good name. Assault Plus, even to say. Yeah, Assault. That's like pure. That's a good name for a guitar. There's lots of videos coming this week. I've got almost too many. I did another wee. Now I've done the video, so I'll talk. I can imagine quite a lot of people probably that don't normally watch the channel will probably watch that, because this is a sort of a different kind of guitar than what I normally go for. I've got some pedals I borrowed off my pal actually. Some interesting ones. I think this is a bass. I think he was raving about it for ages, saying I should get one. It's pretty cool. I've not even plugged it in yet, but he bought a mad TC electronic amp that does all this stuff, so he's not using it anymore, so I've just borrowed it off him. I mean, that's a hell of a pedal board. You know, it's like 4 pedals, but it's only that size and 1 plug. It's like, that seems just like the future to me. What else? Give me a Volwa as well. I'd imagine this has probably got a switch on it that says it changes it from a volume to a wah-wah. I honestly, oh, is it the same maker as that? Sonic Cake. It is. FX in, FX out. I wonder if you run this into the XLR out. I wonder if this runs into the FX loop, and it may be, I don't know. How can it be a volume and a wah? Don't know. I will look this up before I plug it in, or I might just plug it in and see what it does. It's like, it'll need power though. Yeah, aye. So I've got that and that. I've got another bass amp. I did a bass review coming up. I got a Laney bass amp on a guitar page I just joined the other week. So hello to the other guitar group, it's called, which isn't the most catchy name. Actually, my pal Ant, hi Ant, down in Newcastle, sent me a random, right to join this page request, and it was called the Bastard Guitar Group, and I thought, that sounds good. Maybe if it had been called the other guitar group, I wouldn't have actually gone on it. And there was a guy getting rid of a Laney bass amp that wasn't working, and I managed to fix it, so I was like pretty chuffed. Replaced the input jack and just stuff like that. It worked. What else did I do? Today, after my amazing success doing that marble swirl thing, which sold in 10 minutes, the Strat the other day, I thought, right, so I got another Strat through there and the Spear Les Paul. I did the same thing again and it didn't work. It just, the paint just turned into sort of a, like, skin you get in chicken soup, like that. And you could basically just lift all the paint out, like as a sort of horrible sticky mess. And it was like, basically, I tried dunking the guitar anyway, but it just looked horrendous. So I wonder, I've done some things different. I wonder if it's maybe too cold today or something, because I'm doing it outside, so I might need to, or I kind of think I was using something, I remember reading somewhere you meant to use warm water. I think I used maybe water that was a bit too warm, and maybe it reacted, so I kind of failed at the swirl thing. So the whole swirl thing was, I think that marble Strat might have been a bit of a fluke. The Strat really didn't work at all. I tried using a silver paint and it just came off. It looked like someone had just taken sort of leaves, wet leaves, and just sort of stuck them on it like that. That's with sort of clumps of paint. It looked really crap. But I mean, obviously I can just let it dry, scrape it off, and then try it again. So the swirl thing's maybe not. I'm not quite as enthusiastic about it now as I was before. That should be interesting. Got a bass video coming up this week as well for Maria Pro. I got the battery clips. They arrived in the post. When I say battery clips, I mean these things. Just to take the batteries. It takes 2. The ones that were in it were Actually, I had to replace one of the wires because this happened to me and my boat before. These have just gone, but the actual wire on the inside had gone black and you couldn't solder on it, so I had to replace the entire wire, whereas in the other one it was alright. So it's like the wire had rusted from the inside or something like that, so it probably didn't work before the battery clips broke. Put them in the bin. Yeah, so 18 volt base system in that, which is interesting. Really good. It kind of doesn't do what I thought it would do. It's a sort of funny thing. It's actually quite useful, but I was expecting it to be a boost. The actual circuit board in it's quite heavily populated. I forgot the word populated when I was talking about a circuit board a couple of weeks ago. It's got an awful lot on it, which is strange for what it does. Whereas I had a Hondo bitch copy that I managed to fix the preamp, and it was just basically like a 10 decibel boost or something. It really did nearly knock you over when you turned it on, and it had like 4 components or 6 components on the board, whereas this thing's got quite a lot, so surprisingly it doesn't seem to boost the way I thought it would, and it's at 18 volt as well. That's crazy. Yeah, so that's me, and I had a wee bit of a thing last night. A guy commented on my Washburn wings, which are these videos. So I've got like the full set. The Raven and Scavenger being the sort of lower end ones, and then the Vulture base, then Hawk, Eagle, Hawk, Falcon, Eagle as the higher up ones, and all the bird names. And there was if you look up, there's a website for them called G3 Wings or something like that, which hasn't been updated in about 15-20 years or something like that, but it's kind of like the closest thing we've got to like a reference point for these guitars, and it mentions in one sentence there is apparently a Condor somewhere, but no information is known and no pictures. And so me and my pals on my Washburn the Golden Era Facebook page, if you look that up, I've been looking for a Condor, and there isn't one online. So that's the first Washburn Condor on the internet. A guy commented on my thing saying, "Oh, I've got a Condor," and I was like, "You're right." And I think the same guy might have commented on a previous video I did a couple of years ago, like an earlier one when I had like before I got the full set. And he said he's got a Condor, and I was like, immediately like, "Oh, give me photos!" And he didn't. And then when he contacted me last night, I was like, "Yeah." Really, I kind of a wee bit sceptical because I think it might be a hoax, because I thought the guy was trying to wind me up, but he sent me some pictures of it, and it's like, so I've been being a bit of a dick basically on the Washburn page, kind of putting a picture of the truss rod cover up, and everyone's like, "Oh, what's that?" And it's like, I'll put the thing on later on. I'll put the photos on tonight, so I will put the photos on tonight. But this will be up probably before I put the photos up. So that's the first ever Washburn Condor picture on the internet. So it's quite exciting. That's really nerdy and geeky, but there you go. That's what guitars are all about, isn't it? I'm sure lots of people will be right into this. I mean, it's, as a quality guitar, it's great. I mean, if someone said, "Do you recommend buying this?" and it's like, if it was tuned to normal, and you liked basically just the aesthetic of it. I'm not a big Les Paul fan, and this is a very. It looks like what it is. I can totally see it's very much in the LTD vibe going on about it. Metallica, Ace, sort of, like, I'm surprised it doesn't have EMG pickups. It's the sort of guitar I would imagine you're looking at it from a distance, you would just assume it did. But nice guitar, and I do like white guitars. I'm not so keen on white with the black hardware. I think there's something, maybe it's just because it's too modern looking for me. Anyway, rock on, and I'll see you in some videos this week. Catch you later.